Over on this channel, we talk a lot about how you can market your own products, how you can create social media posts, adverts, posters. But what happens if you haven't even started designing your product? You don't know what your brand's gonna look like or the general vibe of any of your marketing assets. Guys, come on. We've got your back, as always. My name is Matilda, welcome back to the Pixar channel, and today we've actually partnered up with Café Cultura to create our own Pixar coffee blend. Now, if that's not exciting enough as it is, I'm going to be taking you through the whole process of how to design your actual product and how to implement that onto marketing assets, so creating social media posts. If that interests you, well, keep on watching because that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to start off by opening up Pixar Web. That's where we're going to be creating most of our assets just because it's super easy to use and it's going to be on your laptop. As I mentioned, we're partnering up with Café Cultura. It's a Brazilian brand. The coffee is going to be using Brazilian Arabica beans. So I think that we should really use this like Brazilian vibe onto the packaging. Let's start off by making a really quick color palette. I think some of the colors that I really want to go for are this green and yellow. As like an accent color, I think an orange would look really good. I'm gonna go up on Pixar Web and I'm gonna open up the background asset image. I'm gonna bring some of the orange elements that I talked about to add the text into, because we don't really want to put the text on top of the pattern because that's extremely overwhelming and it will make it really hard to read. I'm gonna crop it so that it's symmetrical. I need to make sure it is. You can just add whatever shapes using PixArt by going on shapes, and pretty much like any shape that you can think of is within the shapes, and then you can just obviously change the colors, and I think this is the most helpful thing ever. Onto the text. So it's going to be called PixArt Blend. Very original. When you're adding font into your videos, you gotta make sure that every single thing that you add in is intentional. So capitalization is intentional, different font is intentional, the spacing between your letters has to be intentional because your logo is pretty much what represents your brand. In this case, I was talking very much about it being like this super like Copacabana like vibe. So because of that, we're gonna go for a fun font. So now we've got the PixArt. I'm gonna go on to fill and I'm just gonna use color picker to make it. I think we're gonna go for the yellow because I think that's gonna stand out the most. And to go with the theme of the waves, I'm gonna make sure to bend it the same angle as the arch. So we're just gonna make it a little bit bigger actually. Next up, we're gonna add another asset. I'm gonna add this flower designed with AI. I'm gonna use the color picker and just pick out the green this time. We're gonna bend it so it's like fully in a circle. Okay, cool. Once that's done, we're gonna import the logo of this brand. In terms of what to include on the label or the packaging of your product, a really easy hack is researching other types of products that are similar to you. For example, if you go on Pinterest or Google or any like database for images, in this case, we would search up coffee blend and then see all the different packaging. A trend that shows up a lot when it comes to coffee packaging is that people want to see where it comes from, the flavors, what type of coffee it is, and they don't really want to have to turn to the back of the packaging. So at the front, we're going to include a grid. We're going to put farm in one, profile in one, and geography in the other so that people really just know everything about this product right away. There should be a space. Bring these down a little bit because we're gonna create a grid. I'm gonna go on shapes and I'm gonna look for just a line. Make sure you use the purple alignment lines because that just makes your life 1,000 times easier, especially if you have no spatial perception like I do. And having that done, I'm gonna go save this and I think we're done. Now that you have this, you can actually send it off to whatever's making your product. If it's yourself, you can print it off. If it's a company, then just make sure that you save it. We've actually talked to the brand and they have sent us a picture of what their coffee packaging looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead on PixArt on my phone and just create a prototype of the product. I'm gonna go ahead and open the product and then insert the design that we just created for the label. And over on crop, I'm just gonna go perspective and just tilt it a little bit just to give us a general sense of what it might look like in the product. It looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Having done all of that, this is what our final product design looks like. From now on, you can just pretty much reuse your ideas that you've had. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how you can create a social media profile for your brand. Okay, the first step in creating any social media profile is creating a profile picture. I did a full video about this. If you want to go watch it, you can check it out on our channel. But just a very quick refresher. Things that you need are a username, a profile picture, a bio, and content to post. Username is pretty simple when you've already created a brand name. I'm gonna go ahead and choose something like PixArt Blend. And then for the display name, I'm gonna put PixArt Blend by Café Cultura. To create a profile picture, I'm gonna go ahead and open a blank canvas, I'm gonna go over on text and write again PixArt blend. Make sure again to use the same font, and I'm gonna pick the same color. I'm gonna bend it again. I'm gonna go ahead and add the little flower that we saved as an asset because I think that would look cute and very like reflective of the general brand as a whole. And once this is done, we can go over on our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest profile and add this as our profile picture for all our platforms. Since we're using Instagram, it's currently instructing us on what to do next. So adding a bio, I'm just gonna write a little bit about what the product is so that audiences know. I'm actually gonna start off by using some of the assets I've already made. So the label that we made for the packaging, you can actually just upload this as it is. For caption, again, you can use the AI writer so that you can get as many of the keywords and hashtags that you want. First couple of posts, I'm actually gonna go for the sort of theme where it's like one picture, another picture, and the same as the first one. I'm gonna insert the coffee bag that we designed as a prototype. And now you've got your first 3 posts without literally putting any more effort into it than you did your original packaging. If you've watched any of our videos before, you would have seen me rave about how Reels are pretty much just taking over the online marketing sphere. So how would you create a Reel for a product like this? Well, usually how I come up with the concepts for Reels is going through TikTok and just listening to different audios. Something that I found that I think would work really well for your brand is using some sort of bossa nova beat, because I think that's very much what we were trying to emulate when creating the package. I'm gonna go over on PixArt and click on videos and insert this video that I have of our actual product. And I'm gonna click remove background. It's automatically just gonna remove the background that I think is pretty ugly and not very Reels worthy. Once that's done, I'm gonna be reusing the same background again. See, I told you that once you had some assets, you can just use them over and over again. I've just gone ahead and done that, and this is what the final Reel looks like. Mais samba, por favor. I'm gonna go ahead on Instagram and post this, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that you've designed your product and you have this gorgeous Instagram feed, you are ready to make your product public and start selling it using online storefronts or whatever your selling method plan is. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if it was helpful in any sort of way. So make sure you download PixArt if you want to create anything like this or if you just want to have some fun. Bye!